and Brittany.
I said Natalie and Andrew.
And your winner and new Fandom Fight Singles Champion, Brittany Tapley. The answer was Natalie and Andrew. Nick.
Wow. Hello, Tim.
Hey.
What's up? It's been so long.
I know. It's almost like in the off season, we actually take some time off, and I'm just like, I fucking hate all of you. I'm just kidding. I've been busy. I'm happy to be here. This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun, Tim. We're here for the 6th annual Multiplex Awards, which I hear that out loud, and I start to think that maybe I need to change some things in my life. But
yeah,
not tonight.
Yeah, no. I said to Maggie earlier. I said, I was thinking about what I was gonna say to open the show with you, and I was like, another year of doing multiplex. Oh boy, the time has gone by so fast. Although this is the 6th annual awards show, I do believe though the first awards show was just fandom because Kaleb Koho is a madman who doesn't know how to make in memoriams. But for the rest of the shows, they have been all of the multiplex things, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Indeed. Yes, it was 6 years ago. They had the fandom award. You won a thing that year, did you not? Or was it the year after?
I think we were on rookie team, which was weird because it was the first season.
Yes, that was strange. I
don't know how that worked out.
You won like surprise player of the year at some point.
I don't fucking know. I don't remember, but I do remember it being very fun. I also remember it being like in the middle of the day on like a Tuesday. It was very strange. But all the other Cody's in my house, and he's laughing really hard at that one. But it was fun. I've always enjoyed the awards. It's a good time.
It's a great time, Tim. We have several awards to go through tonight. I don't know exactly how many, but I know that I named them on a letter system, and they go all the way up to Q. So whatever number...
20.
20? Is that correct? Whatever, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I don't know. Luckily, we've already got one down. One's done. One's out of the way. 17? Tough. But one award is out of the way. It's the only award that was decided by you, the people. It's Moment of the Year. We played it right at the beginning.
Yes.
For shits and giggles, let's play it again. This is the winner of Moment of the Year, last Brittany standing.
And Brittany.
I said Natalie and Andrew.
And your winner and new Fandom Fight Singles Champion, Brittany Tapley. The answer was Natalie and Andrew. Nick.
Wow. Great moment, Tim. We're not going to bring Brittany in to talk. We're just going to talk about the moment real quick. Then we'll move on to the other awards. But one of the things I love most about that moment, obviously, there's Brittany's reaction. I also love Joe's reaction. If you look at him, he's mad, he's sad, he just lost his belt. Like, who wouldn't be sad? But he gives like the slightest smile, because you can't just, even the person who just lost can't help but be happy when they see that moment. Tim, what do you think about last Brittany standing?
I love that you named it that. That's awesome, because it's one of the best moments of the year. It was one of the earliest moments of the year, one could say. And yeah, I think it's great. Like, I remember when I was so excited for it to premiere. It was incredible when it happened. Obviously, like, we filmed them very apart from each other and then edited them together. But it was a very fun experience to have and to do and to be able to do. And for Brittany to be able to, like, say, win a huge event and play the way that she did in that event, and then go on to win the title from the person that this was their third matchup. Incredible. It's one of the best moments, and her reaction just says it all. Like, I think people get very excited. Like, I know in my experience, like, I've had a couple moments where I've just been overwhelmed with like emotion from winning a match. I usually scream and like throw something in excitement, and Brittany just like got like so emotional, and it's great to see. Like that's one of those moments that's gonna stick around for a while because Brittany's reaction is just perfect, and she deserved it. And obviously the rest of the year, like we'll talk more obviously about Brittany, I would think, because she has some nominations coming up tonight. So great shit. It's awesome.
This is my impression of Tim winning a belt.
I wouldn't know because it barely ever happened. But
yes, we have lots of awards tonight. We're gonna get started. Here's how it's gonna work. Tim, myself, or a guest presenter is going to come in to read the nominees and then announce the winner. Nobody knows who the winner is officially yet, so the people announcing, when you see me put the winner on screen, that's when you can be like, oh, look, that's the winner. If you win the award, Tim will send you a StreamYard link. You have about 30 seconds to hop in or respond and say, I'm busy right now, I can't jump in, but thanks. And then you can come in, give like a minute, 2-minute acceptance speech, and then we will move right along. Does that sound good? Did I miss anything?
No, I think that sounds great. Let's get this show on the road.
Show on the road. Then we'll bring in our first guest presenter for the first award. The award is Fandom Rookie of the Year, so it only seems fit to bring in last year's Fandom Rookie of the Year, Mr. Javi Madden.
Nice.
Javi, welcome. I'm going to play this little video for you. You feel free to read the names as they come up.
All right, I will. Bill Cariola, Will Cohen, Payson Johnson, Igor Kosick, Ryan Payne.
And then if you want to give an and your winner.
And the winner for Fandom Rookie of the Year 2023
3-4
season, 2023 season, Ryan Payne.
Ryan Payne. Good stuff. Very well done. Ryan, Javi, thoughts on Ryan winning? We changed the rules a little bit this year to where you could be a singles rookie and not necessarily a team's rookie. Ryan went 4-1 as passing off your crown. How do you feel Ryan did in his rookie season?
Yeah, he did the thing that I did twice, which was win Rookie of the Year and then go 4-0, which was very cool to see. It was a bummer that he had to become 4-0 by beating me. I didn't like that part. But no, Ryan's had a great season. He had a great season in singles and in teams. He's beaten a lot of great people and myself also. So yeah, it was thanks to him. You got it.
That was good. That was good.
No, but yeah, Ryan, I don't know if he's coming in or not. But,
I sent him the link. He saw it immediately, responded, "What is this?"
Oh, got it.
Good. Did you tell him what it was?
No, that just happened. So
we'll give him another.
Ryan, you won. Congratulations.
Yes, absolutely.
Not to say, by the way, just a quick thing. There's a lot of great rookies that really deserve the award, but I think none other than Ryan. Just with the amount of people he's beaten, he's had a great season. So
absolutely, I look forward to seeing him next year. Tim, I'm guessing where
he's typing.
Okay. We'll wait. We'll give it 2 seconds.
How was everyone's Christmas?
It was in the
comments below.
Anna's here. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna. I haven't really met you yet.
That's okay.
My wife is somewhere in this house.
I've also not met Maggie, but that's okay.
That's
fair.
I don't think he's coming.
Okay, that's fair. Ryan, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Javi, thank you for being here.
No problem.
Good start. Definitely a deserving winner, in my humblest of opinions. But
I said I'm making dinner. Give me 5 minutes, and I said nope.
Great, good shit. Tim, why don't you monitor the comments tonight as well?
I could do that.
All right, cool. Javi, thank you for being here. We'll move right along to our next award. I'm going to announce it as Mr. John Marr could not be here, but he was the Melee Rookie of the Year last year. So therefore, I will be announcing Melee Rookie of the Year this year, and your nominees for Melee Rookie of the Year are Jacob Cameron, Nick Carley, Richie Goodacre, Igor Kosick, and Jordan Owens. And those are your nominations for Melee Rookie of the Year. The winner, this is going to be a lot easier when I'm the one clicking the thing. The winner of Melee Rookie of the Year is Igor Kosick. Very well-deserving winner. I believe Igor made it to the semifinals. Semifinals of the Melee tournament. Went 5-2. Killer rookie season. Not many people make it to that far in a tournament in their rookie season, especially when they're going up against juggernauts in that tournament, like Payson, like Robert, like Jeremy, David, all these people. So I think Igor had a really great rookie season. Tim, thoughts on Igor's rookie season? Unless you want to just shut up.
I say we just bring him in. So Igor, say some words.
All right, I'll say some words. Really excited to win Melee Rookie of the Year. Certainly wasn't expecting it at the beginning of the season. Faced some tough competition. Ended up going 5-2. Was 5-0 for a bit. Unreal season. Again, I feel like every single match I was in was super close. So that's good to see, that I can keep up with the competition, and hopefully that transfers into second season. And I think I'll be a lot better prepared for it this time around. So happy to get it. And let's see what 2024 brings.
Good stuff, Igor. Joe, I hate you already, but absolutely well-deserved. Tim, thoughts? Or do you want to move along? Or
I mean, yeah, I think everybody in the chat, I think you said it really well. I think Igor totally deserved this one. Went 5-0. That's crazy. And the dude's great in fandom too. It seems like he's kind of becoming one of those crazy, good at everything type of multiplex players. We got to get him into that debate ring. It was fantastic. Good shit, Igor.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tim, what's the next award we got?
Next award we have is going to be for Melee Rookie Team. So this is the rookie team that was in Melee. The nominations are as follows. For Melee Rookie Team of the Year, the nominations are Back to Formula, Bring Out Your Dead, Judgment City, Sexual Chocolate, Your Milwaukee Beers. Those are the nominees for Melee Rookie Team of the Year. And the winner is Judgment City. Judgment City is the winner. So I will be going ahead and sending that link out to the Judgment City team. But Nick, thoughts on Judgment City?
Kind of impossible to deny their success in the league. I believe they went 6-0, won the belts, defended the belts. Didn't lose. It's kind of hard to beat that. And this was an insane year for rookie teams in Melee. When you have teams like Back to Formula winning tournaments, you have teams like Bring Out Your Dead doing incredibly well. Like a lot of the rookie teams this year went 5-1, 5-2, 6-0. So like it was definitely really stiff competition. But I think it was impossible to deny that any of those rookie teams could have overcome Judgment City.
Yeah, absolutely. I have sent them the link. Not a single person, including the person I was told that was going to accept the awards for somebody on that team, have seen the message. So we'll talk about them a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think, and everybody else has said it in the chat again, like all the teams were solid. And you kind of mentioned that too. Like there's a lot of great rookie teams, but you get two powerhouses like that on a team, and it's just it creates success. And it's well deserved. And so far, the only person who has seen it is the person who said he can't be here. So I think we give him like 15, 30 more seconds, and then
sure. Tim, how was your New Year's?
Packers won today.
Good for them.
When a rookie team wins belts, it's hard to ignore.
I would agree.
I would agree. Yeah, that's accurate.
I tried. I ignored it, and then I was like, nope. See, here we are.
All right. So I think it is time to move on unless you disagree, Nicholas.
No, I think we're good to keep going.
Yeah. All right. So
then we'll move to the counterpart for Melee Rookie Team of the Year. We'll go to Fandom Rookie Team of the Year. It'd be wild if I was like, we'll go to Best Hair.
God. Okay. Go ahead, Nick.
Fandom Rookie Team of the Year. The nominees are Book of Morbin, Flirkin' Shit Up, Rule of Two, Second Breakfast Club, and Wrong Side of the River. Those are your nominees for Fandom Rookie Team of the Year. I know what you're thinking. Why bleep out the word shit if you were just going to say it anyway, Nick? Well, I did. The winner of Fandom Rookie Team of the Year is Rule of Two, Robert Kastner, Kaiser Wang. Great rookie team, great rookie season. First team, probably since Robert's last team to go 4-0. Unless, actually, I think Duel of the Fates was in there. But to challenge for the belt on your first run as a rookie team is a wildly insane accomplishment. Rule of Two did that, and they had to upset future two-time champions Wookiee Mistake in order to do so. Didn't quite have success against Duel of the Fates in their first title match, and then they come roaring back in the tournament, make it to the finals, and lose in a rematch to Wookiee Mistake. Definitely hard to deny that Rule of Two was the best Fandom Rookie Team of the year. Tim, thoughts?
Yeah, I do have confirmation that at least one of the members is on their way. But yeah, I think that when Kaiser first entered Fandom Fights in singles, we saw something there. Like, he wasn't putting in as much work as he was into Melee, but he had the base strength to become a really good Fandom player. He had a couple wins in his singles that were just epic. And then when Jake Meltzer left Roberts as a teammate and Kaiser came in as the new team, that was a whole new, like, we were not sure what was going to happen, and they, I think, exceeded everyone's expectations in becoming a fantastic team. We do have Kaiser here. Robert has not seen the message yet, so we will bring in Kaiser to talk about winning Fandom Rookie Team of the Year.
Thanks to everyone that voted for us. Like, I think, yeah, like last season, as I'm sure they alluded to, stepping into Jake's shoes is very, very hard. And I'm glad that me and Robert, we did our best and we tried hard. And we played 10 games. Like, towards the end, I was fucking just tired. So I'm glad that we won 7. I'm glad that we made a good impression. And hopefully, here's to a good 2024.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, Kaiser, congrats on the win. Nick,
Tim.
Time to move on to what is next. I believe this is the one that I am going to be announcing.
Yeah.
We're talking about Manager of the Year. Manager of the Year. So these are the people that managed in matches and
in the year.
In the year, yeah. So your nominees are Joe Farrelly, Scott Harvey, Jake Meltzer, Nazario Montenegro, Cody Newberry. And those are your nominees for Manager of the Year. The winner for Manager of the Year is...
Hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Cody Newberry. Cody Newberry wins.
Let's wait for him to come in. Oh, wait. Hello.
Hey, thanks. That was cool. Bye.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So Cody wins Manager of the Year. Nick, thoughts?
The Managers of the Year is a weird one. As two members of the voting committee, it's really hard to find tangible things to say. Like, sure, you can say the people who this person managed won all the belts, but like, does that really make them the Manager of the Year? Were they there for those things? Did they really have a hand in helping those people succeed? And I think if you look from where the people who Cody didn't manage last year and did manage this year, where they went from last year to this year. I think it shows the effect he had on them, which I think is probably what won a lot of the judges over and wanting to vote for him. So makes a lot of sense. I'm sure he's getting tired of it. Maybe we'll just make a manager award, the Newberry Award, in the future. But
the Newberry Award. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. What are we doing next, Nick?
Next up is going to be some of my favorites. The Comeback Players of the Year awards. We're going to start with Melee. This award goes to a player who managed to greatly improve in a year, essentially, from season to season. They could have had a really bad season and in 1 year, and then last season they had a really great season. Or they could have had an okay season and then gone and won championships. It's essentially who made the biggest strides, the biggest leaps from 1 year to the next, culminating in last year. So we'll start with Melee Comeback Player of the Year. And your nominees are Antonio Chavez, Will Cohen, Ryan Payne, Adelaide Spence, and Dylan Van Thine. Those are your nominees for Melee Comeback Player of the Year. And your winner for Melee Comeback Player of the Year is Dylan Van Thine, former singles champion in Melee. I think Dylan had one of my favorite years. I think Dylan sort of embodies this award. Like, he's probably one of my favorite winners of this award, because he went from being someone who was good, who could have an upset, who could beat Kirk in a tournament and maybe win upset of the year, to being someone who can win the last one standing, can defeat David Nishimoto in a title match, and be the champion. I think Boatman said it a couple times in some of Dylan's matches that Dylan is like the example people should look to who think they couldn't win something. Look at Dylan, because Dylan went from where he was to where he is, and I think he definitely deserves this.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to get cum on his back. So, Dylan, let's bring you in.
Hi, that was an interesting introduction. Thank you all so much for the recognition. I really appreciate it. I have a couple people I want to thank. I'll make it quick, but also first I want to give a shout out to someone, because another person who I think had a great season this year, who I was really shocked didn't even make the nominees for this category. Robert Kastner had a ridiculous comeback season this year. He played fantastic, going from 3-4 at the start, working his way all the way up to a title shot at the end. So big shout out to him. As far as people I want to thank my first manager, Cody Newberry, first and foremost. He was the one who reached out to me after my first match and asked me to be on a faction. And that was an exciting moment for me, because I had watched previously. I was a big fan of specifically the First Order, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I was in the First Order? And it happened. That was crazy. My current manager, Scott, who has helped me become the player that I think I am today. My first teammate, Mark Menchaca, who was the first person to help me study for a match, which went back all the way to my match against Cameron Redshaw. My current teammate, Jeremy, who has been a great partner this season, as well as Andrew Barr for reaching out to me and convincing me to join this league in the first place. So thank you all, and thank you just everyone in the league for accepting me with open arms. I mean, it's been kind of a tough decade, the 2020s for me so far, and I think having this outlet of it's been a really fun way to just ignore all the bad stuff that's been going on and just focus time into prepping for matches and studying and just being on call and talking movies with people. So it's been a great time. Thank you all. And yeah, see you next season.
Oh, hello.
I don't know why that happened, but that was beautiful. That was a great.
I agree.
I'm sorry that I ruined it with such a crude joke from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's a Parks and Rec joke. Anyway, Dylan, beautiful speech. I think he put it really well. That's the type of effect that the shows that we do, that we all put together, not just you, me, Cody, Koho, and everybody, everybody that puts their hands into the shows. That's the type of effect. I love that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, dude, listen, we obviously run things behind the scenes, but as a fan of the product we produce, it'd be like running baseball and then having your favorite player. I am a Dylan fan, through and through, big Dylan fan. So I'm very happy to see him have success. I think he's very deserving of that award. But Tim, what's the next one?
So obviously we're gonna do the yin and the yang. We got the FANDOM Comeback Player of the Year. So the nominations or the nominees for FANDOM Comeback Player of the Year are Brandon Dunlap, Cameron Holtzman, Mark Menchaca, Anthony Tisdall.
That's it. There's only 4.
There's only 4. Those are the 4. And your winner for FANDOM Comeback Player of the Year is Cameron Holtzman. So we are going to invite Cameron over here. Nick, thoughts on Cameron?
This was a very close category, and I'm not going to share how people voted ever because I promised them I wouldn't. But I will say that this one, all 4 of the nominees were voted first by someone. Like,
wow,
it was probably the closest category. So the winner, Cameron, definitely had to fight for it. I think everyone in this category went from a pretty bad season last year to a very good season this year. And I think that's enough for me to say. We'll just pass it on because I can't top what's in that.
I've been sitting with a tie and a jacket over there just in case I won something, but I had no idea. I've been playing here since 2019, and this is the first time I've ever won any of these. Yeah, I'm excited to have won this. You know, it's really nice to know that I'm not as bad at FANDOM as I used to be. Apparently, started off the season kind of okay, lost to Caster pretty bad, but then pushed Owl to limit in teams. I want to thank Javi for teams, getting to play my first FANDOM title after all these years being here. Playing with Young Justice was awesome. Had a great time there. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to play for a singles title at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. Yeah, I did not prepare a speech. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Cameron Redshaw. We were teammates a while ago. We're not anymore. Love you, bud. That's all I got, really.
Damn.
Every time I remove them, it just goes solo to you. I gotta unsolo him and then remove it. Anyway,
that's fair. Listen, Cameron, I think is well deserving of this. I didn't know he had never won an award prior to this. I did know that he did challenge for his first belt this year. So I think hopefully this is icing on a great year.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what do we have next?
Tim, we're going to move into the matches portion of the show. We're going to award, obviously, we've been awarding people thus far. I think it's time to award the products they produced.
Yeah, and I think that maybe if you're okay with it, Nick, we kick it off with FANZONE, and I'll take this one.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to talk about FANZONE Match of the Year. These are the matches when people went into a zone and talked about things they were fans of. And debated it. So the nominees for FANZONE Match of the Year are Kirk Kowalkowski versus Cody Newberry 2, Bill Carriola versus Kaleb Koho, Jacoby Bancroft versus Cameron Holtzman, Rue Moses versus Nazario Montenegro, and Cody Newberry versus Kirk Kowalkowski 3. The winner of FANZONE Match of the Year is Kirk Kowalkowski versus Cody Newberry 2. Cody wins his title against Kirk. Let's bring in Cody to discuss when he won his title from Kirk.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. If you haven't watched our final one either, watch that too. I like beating Kirk. It's fun. I hope to continue if I ever play him again. Thanks.
I like beating Kirk, he says. Yeah, Nick, I know you did the impossible and watched every FANZONE match earlier this year.
Yes.
What'd you think of this one?
I think these two are titans of the game, Tim. I think FANZONE is really getting its footing in terms of an established league, and I think people are emerging. I think you were probably the original, the one that people like Kirk and Cody are following in the footsteps of. But Kirk and Cody have really emerged as these two. It's very Brittany Joe-esque in FANDOM. It's very Barb Boatman-esque in Melee. So It's very cool to see. I think anytime they play, that match will, I believe their match last year won match of the year when Kirk beat Cody the first time. Obviously, their third match was a nominee. I think anytime they play, it's probably going to be in consideration for one of the best.
Absolutely. So let's move on to the next one. And Nick, I think you should take this one.
I think I will. Thank you, Tim.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and talk about FANDOM match of the year. And the nominees are Brittany Tapley versus Joe Farrelly, 4. Freaking crazy. Abel DeLeu versus Cameron Holtzman versus Antonio Chavez. Brittany Tapley versus Abel DeLeu. Joe Farrelly versus Brittany Tapley, 5. It happened again. And Duel of the Fates versus Wookiee Mistake, 2. Those are your nominees. All incredible, incredible matches. I said crazy because, like, I think that's it's just the most times anyone has played each other. But with that, your winner for FANDOM match of the year. I think we could probably send both of these people the link. The winner is Brittany Tapley versus Joe Farrelly, 4. For the title, this was Joe's automatic rematch after Brittany won the title in the moment. Oh, no, don't reload the site. Jesus. This is Joe's automatic rematch after Brittany won the title from him. It's the first time they went to sudden death. Literally, they had 3. They had only played each other in title matches up until their 5th time, but their 4th time was. It's like each match was getting closer and closer, and then finally, Brittany took it over, and it's like, is Joe about to be the first 2-time champion because he's cashing in his automatic rematch? And it goes to sudden death, and it's literally it's crazy. So I think this would probably be the match that I would hold up as, like, you want to see a great FANDOM rivalry, like, watch this.
Yeah, both have seen the message. We do have one of them here now, and I think we have the second one. So we will bring them on screen to discuss this great match.
This is what playing Brittany does to you. Last year I was in a suit.
Yes.
I was dressed smartly. And then also this week, Fast 9, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. This is what happens. This is what you've done to us. So thanks.
I love that I can control you that way.
Genuinely, congratulations to Brittany for that match. It was a great match, and just to get to that level, I thought was just great. It just didn't stop.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had like a 1-point lead on you, and then you got that extra point in round 2, and then we just matched each other until I won. Like, absolutely insane. And Make My Music happened to be the difference maker.
The one movie that was not available for me.
Yeah, I watched on YouTube. So yeah, little YouTube.
Extra.
You two are foreigners. I will say the film is now available in America on Vudu, so it's staying.
Joe, Brittany, question: how many times will you be playing each other in 2024?
That depends on how certain things in maybe a week's time go.
That's fair.
Good
point. Awesome. Well, guys, congratulations. Thank you for putting on a show every time you play. It's fantastic, and we love to see it. So, Tim, what is next?
We're gonna move over to the last big match of the year for this little section. We got Melee match of the year. So lots of great matches in Melee. These are the nominees, though. You've got John Marr versus Kaleb Koho versus Ryan Payne. Payson Johnson versus Robert Kastner. David Nishimoto versus Jeremy Adams. Bring Out Your Dead versus Back to Formula. I was there for that. That was nasty. Judgment City versus Ginyu Force 2. The winner of the match is David Nishimoto versus Jeremy Adams. Nick, should I send it to both players?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do
We're
that.
going to talk about this because
Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, this was the finals of the tournament for the vacant belt. Once Andrew Barr dropped his title, the tournament became not a chance to play against the champion, but to become the champion. So David wound up being the winner, not only of the match, but of the tournament, and became champion for a very, very short amount of time until Dylan came in. But still, this match was insane. I looked at the stats for it. David and Jeremy had the same accuracy, so they matched each other like perfectly. But at the end of the day, David took it home. I think it was incredible. I think Jeremy's a very old school player. David's more on the newer side. Like Ginyu Force, I think, sort of leads the charge as far as like new school Melee players. Whereas Jeremy was on one of the first Melee. He was the first Melee champion, and he was on one of the first Melee teams champion teams. So it was very cool. It felt very much like old school going up against new school. And I think you have them play 10 times. They each win 5, but David won this one, and it was very cool.
Yeah, neither have seen the message, but we'll give him a few more seconds. And I tend to agree with you. I think that was a really good way to put it, that, you know, old school versus newer school, but both of them playing fantastic, and David having a really impressive win, because Jeremy is no slouch. And I think you put it really well. Like, if these guys play 10 times, it goes 50-50. It's such a coin flip, but great match nonetheless. So very deserved winning for Melee match of the year.
Absolutely. Any update?
No, nothing.
Cool. Well, David, Jeremy, if you ever want to record a video, talk about it, send it to us. We'll put it out there. But incredible match. Absolutely. We'll move on to that was the last match of the year, but this one also awards a match. So we'll move to upset of the year. This is a match. It's awarded to a match where a player a player or team who was not expected to win, overcame the odds and stuck it out, dug it out, drew some attention. Yeah, let's get to upset of the year. The nominees are as follows. Igor Kosick defeats Mark Menchaca and Nazario Montenegro in FANDOM. Abel defeats Brittany Tapley in FANDOM. Inglorious Blasters defeats Bullets Over Broadway in Melee. Adelaide Spence defeats David Nishimoto in Melee. And Kaleb Koho defeats Bill Carriola in FANZONE. All incredible upsets, all deserving winners. But there can be only one, and that winner is Abel defeating Brittany Tapley for the title in FANDOM. Incredible match. Like I said, I'm not going to give away too many behind-the-scenes things. Brittany versus Joe 4-1. Brittany versus Abel was right there because I would say it's just as good of a match. The only reason it's maybe not better is because Brittany and Joe have the history. But another match that goes to sudden death, won by the underdog. Not only was Abel 2-1 coming out of last season, he had a good upset against Tyler going into the tournament, which is what allowed him to be the #1 seed. But even 2 matches in the tournament, he almost lost. He almost lost his semifinal match and the final match. So going into the finals, I think a lot of us were looking like he's just happy to be there. And the dude brought it all the way to the end, beat Brittany in sudden death, made a monster, quite frankly. But still, incredible match. Tim, I know this time frame is terrible for Abel, so I can't imagine he'll be seen.
Yeah, I can't imagine so either. I would like to say that, yeah, that whole tournament run, Abel had just had a fantastic season, and it was a really, really great win for him. It was really funny that the day we shot that match, I had friends from out of town, and I was like, it'll be a really good match. They're both very good. It should go pretty quick because they'll just be tit for tat. And then there were like 3 challenges, and it took like an hour and a half to film the match. And I was like, fuck. And then it goes to sudden death. And I was like, fuck. But incredible. A really, really crazy match. Just like insane. And congrats to Abel, because it's not something a lot of people can say that they beat Brittany in a title match.
100%. It's something only one person could say, and it was Joe, and now it's 2. So incredible stuff. What I love most about this is it really shows people that anybody could win.
Absolutely.
Not almost anybody, but just anybody. But he put in the work and beat Brittany. FANDOM for the past couple years has kind of just been one person winning the belt and then holding on to it for a while. We all kind of thought that was going to be Brittany this year. Brittany succeeded in a very different way that I think is equally as impressive. But people like Abel and Tyler winning the belt this year showed that it's anyone's game. Anyone out there who hasn't won the belt yet, you definitely could. So
Absolutely
incredible stuff. Tim, what's that behind you? Cool. So, hello everyone. I've taken over. It's gonna be a fun time. We have a couple more awards. We have 6 awards left. We have the Team of the Year awards, the Player of the Year, and the 4 Players of the Year awards. Tim didn't know I was going to do this, obviously, but a while back, Cody and I got to talking, and I said, Cody, I want to do something. And I'm going to try and I didn't rehearse this lead in, but I'm doing it now. So I'm going to try and keep this as vague as possible. But I was like, Cody, I want to do this thing. And Cody was like, yes, let's do this thing. And I was like, cool, but we can't tell Tim. Because he can't keep a secret, this guy. He's just going blabbering his mouth everywhere. No, I'm just kidding. It's my pleasure to announce to all 20 of you watching, maybe more, the numbers sort of been fluctuating, but hopefully you'll remember where you were when you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this video first, and then I'll tell you what's happening.
Look out, everybody, because I'm here to take on FANDOM.
And your winner, by way of knockout, Tim the Hulk Brzakala.
For a while, this was just for fun. He carried me. But now I'm all in, baby. I'm fucking studying. I'm in it. I'm ready to go. Best original song, Anakin, Yoda, Obi-Wan. It's Scotland.
And your winner,
Tim the Hulk Brzakala. Above all things, Tim, you won it on a Star Trek question. It is the number 3, Tim Brzakala. You may have heard us talk about every time he played a match in the tournament, how he won it 2 years ago, and he made it to the finals last year. He's back in the finals again.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I'm excited to try to play for the title again. I feel like I earned my spot there. I feel like I'm playing at the top of my game right now.
the Arkham Knights, your new champions, Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren, Tim and Nick.
Tim Brzakala is the reason this league means anything. Tim, you're fantastic. It stressed me out really bad.
It's just a game of inches, and with a player like Tim, you can't give up those inches.
I can be just as good as anybody else.
I've gotten the chance to be the team's champion with 2 separate people who both happen to be on this call. I was very lucky to do that twice and hold those belts. Be one of the only person, I think, to hold the belts on 2 different teams, which is awesome. I broke records with Robert. I've broken records with Nick. I've had a great singles career that I've really enjoyed, and it's just time to say bye for now. But might see you again later. But it's been a lot of fun. But this match especially was a lot of fun. But it's been a lot of fun.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to announce to you that we are officially starting a Hall of Fame. Here's how it's going to work. Every year, 2 players from FANDOM and 1 team, 2 players from Melee and 1 team, and 1 player from FANZONE will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's my pleasure to announce the first official inductee, not only to FANDOM, but also to FANZONE, Mr. Tim Brzakala.
That was awesome. I can see now why you didn't want me to look at the graphics. Also, in the middle of that, Cody just started dancing. The Monsters Inc. music, that was beautiful. Nick Twohig, you edited that, you beautiful bastard. That was great. That's awesome. I'm super excited about this. Nick has been kind of, for a long time, talked about like if there was the Mount Rushmore, if there was like the Hall of Fame or whatever, and that's really cool. So that was a nice surprise. Thank you. There were a lot of moments in there I had forgotten about that I really enjoyed being a part of. So thank you to whoever came up with, I guess, Cody and Nick, but that was awesome. There, like, again, there are so many moments in Fandom, FanZone, even in Melee. Like, obviously, it seems like this is for Fandom, but like, it just in general, like, there have been a lot of really great moments across Multiplex. And then, but Fandom specifically, they're in that clip there. I said a lot when I was kind of like on the way out with Nick, but I did a lot with Robert, did a lot with Nick. That was super fun. That match that the clip was there against Scully was actually something I was talking about earlier with Brittany, where like I just got like super emotional, like pumping, like that I was able to beat Scully because he's like one of the best to do it too. And so that's just it. It's so much fun. And like, this is something like I joke like with Cody and Nick and my wife and everything, like, oh, another year of Multiplex, but I love doing this, guys. This is the best. Thank you. I see why you didn't tell me. I definitely would have talked about it. You guys are so sweet. I love you guys. That's awesome. Thank you.
We love you too, Tim, and we're sorry we couldn't include you on this year's decision making, but
that's fair. I understand. I would assume. Oh, I should have. You tricked me by asking what this was. So this is my award. Now when I look at this, I'm gonna think of this. So
yeah, no, Tim, congratulations. You're the first inductee into the Fandom Hall of Fame and the FanZone Hall of Fame.
So correct me, you said two
singles, one team.
Okay.
In both Melee and Fandom, and one player for FanZone. So you're the only FanZone inductee this year. I didn't make you 2 videos though, so you only got the one.
I would like another one. No, I'm just
we
kidding.
will move to our questions. Let's do our second official. We'll do Fandom and then we'll do Melee. So
beautiful.
Our second official Fandom inductee is as follows.
But at the end, only one's going to be left standing, and I hope that's me.
Thomas Scully is the reason that this league means anything.
And your winner and new Fandom Singles Champion of the World is Thomas the Warhawk Scully.
Honestly, you've grown to be one of the people that I want to hit with a semi-truck. To be one of the people that I would let inside the semi-truck while we hit other people.
And your winner via knockout, Mischief Manage.
And your winners, the Manhattan Project.
I'm so proud of my dude. This guy works so hard, and just it's been one of the greatest honors of my managing career to be working with him.
I actually never felt more peace. So I'm ready. Feel pumped. Let's go get a belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our next inductee, please welcome Kaleb Koho.
Thomas Scully is amazing. We love this man. I owe everything I have as a player to this man. And as the video says it, as a manager, it's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. To work with Thomas Scully, there's never been someone who I've seen put in more work than Thomas Scully does at Fandom. And he The work he put in every single match, whether it was, supposed to be a cakewalk or a championship, he put the same level of care, of preparation, of his whole self into it. And I love him. He's one of my best friends, one of my best clients as a manager, one of my best teammates, just one of my best friends. So there's no one more deserving of this honor than the Warhawk, which is one of the greatest nicknames still, Thomas Scully. So I'm very honored to be part of this moment with you, Scully. You're great.
Hey guys, God, this is incredible. This is an unbelievable honor and achievement that I'm presented with for today. I first want to thank Tim, Twohig, and Koho. You guys have been unbelievable ambassadors to the game from day one, helping this league get better and better each and every year. And you guys are rock stars, and I'm proud to call you guys friends. It's been about 5 years now since I started joining the league, and it's been a journey. It really has. It's led to some of my favorite moments ever. Triceratops, Sandy Plankton, winning belts with Boatman and Koho and getting one myself. But it's also led to some pretty heartbreaking moments. L3, Jade Palace. But those are the moments that honestly, at the end of the day, they help you the most. It's those moments that help you get back on the horse, force you to believe in yourself again. That's the main thing. That's why I do what I do in this league. It helps me believe that if I work hard enough and I work for as long as I can reach that summit. But again, it's an uphill battle every single day. The league is a much different place than it was 5 years ago. You have so many players capable of winning belts day in and day out, and I can't wait to get back to it. Took a little bit of time off, recharged the batteries a bit, but I can tell you what, 2024, I can't wait to see what's next. Thank you guys again so much. I love you all. Let's do it.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't be here today, so I told him and I asked him to keep it a secret, and he recorded a thing. I didn't even tell Koho. Koho didn't know what he was doing until I brought him on screen. So, yeah, Thomas Scully, Tim Brzakala, first inductees into FANDOM. And then for this next part, it's going to be a little awkward, but Cody made me do it. So,
but this is the training ground. This is hopping in the ring with pro fighters, and you're going to get knocked out.
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren.
The Knights of Ren.
Go do that, so then we can face whoever's next, because I don't really care, because at the end of the season, the story will still be the same. We'll be champions, and everybody else will be looking up to us.
Yes. Nice shirt, Tim.
And your winner.
And your winners, by way of knockout. By way of knockout.
And your winners, and new Fandom Fights team champions.
This is the greatest team that has ever played in this either division, and I've managed the concept. This is the greatest team. They work so well together. They did so many great things, and it was a fantastic time to manage the First Order through everything.
Hey, yeah, so I kind of knew this was happening, so I wasn't like Koho that was caught off guard. I managed a lot of great teams over FANDOM. This team was the team that basically got to me turned into like what Jake Meltzer calls the Yankees. I just get to sit back, and watch them answer questions. They were also the hardest team to ever manage because they are so good. So to try to talk logic to both of them was difficult because they knew it before I did. But this is the team that deserves it more than any. They are the most dominant team that I've ever seen play. Even when they were like completely checked out at the end, to go back into a tournament to just come back and destroy is just who those two guys were. They built this league up into something that I don't think we remembered day one when we started it, and now they're hosted, they run it, they care so much about this. So it just, regardless as a team, it's carried over to like the admin side of it. And yeah, couldn't be happier that I broke up I think it was Nick Carley and Doug Castle or whatever. I just said, no, you're not playing. This is who you're playing with. And Nick said, hey, I'm not going to watch DreamWorks films or like anything that's non-geek. I don't give a damn. And then he watched like 18 DreamWorks films in like 3 days, and they won titles. So it was great. It was great. Sorry for everybody for dropping them, and I'm glad they left so everybody else could have a shot. But yeah, it's great. You guys deserve it. I'm glad your beard got better over time too, because those days were rough.
I think we all can agree my greatest facial hair moment was against Mark Menchaca, but Tim, you're in it 3 times now. I don't know if you knew that, but
feels a little, yeah, like I don't know. I don't like talking about myself.
It's very awkward, and I understand the irony of this being my idea to set up, and then Cody being like, Knights of Ren should be the team, and me being like, okay. But
did you hear that? What he said?
No.
He said he made the call that you did not. So
yes, but I'm very honored. Cody said we put a lot of time, everything into. I put as much effort into running this as I used to put into playing it, because I love this. I agree with a lot of what Dylan said, that this is a very good escape, fun hobby like that. My dad used to play beer league softball. I do movie trivia, so I don't see much of a difference there. And yeah, glad we could write our names in big shiny letters.
Yeah, playing with you is the best. Running it with you is the best. Like, I don't think people I think people get an idea because of just like us being on call, talking with people during matches and everything. But like, I don't think people really realize how much work Nick Twohig puts into Fandom fights. Like day in, day out. It's kind of disgusting. I love that he procrastinates on everything else in his life and uses Fandom as the tool to procrastinate. That makes me very happy as a person who gets to take a lot of credit for what Nick does, because it's just like, now I feel like I'm out of the editing job. Like, you're crushing it with these videos are awesome, dude. Like,
I was very bored.
That's fair, but playing with you was an honor. Running it with you is an honor. This is awesome. And also, like, it should not go unsaid that you're doing a killer job, just like this whole show tonight. Like, we're an hour in, 26 people of you watching. That's fantastic. And Nick put a lot of work into not only, creating graphics, but also helping picking out like the whole academy and running the whole thing. So Nick, like, I feel like I get a lot, like Cody says to me all the time, like, oh, you do so much for Multiplex. And I feel very grateful that like that's somebody recognizes that. I feel like we should also recognize Nick. Like, you do so much for the channel and this and for me, for the team that we were on and everything. It's awesome. This is great. This is a great surprise.
And this is where we announce Knights of Ren coming back in 2020.
What? No.
Let's get to the Melee Hall of Fame.
I'm excited. I have no idea what the fuck.
You don't know what's about to happen. I do. We'll get to the first official inductee to the Movie Melee Hall of Fame ever. Individual, singles player. Here it is. I keep clicking the wrong. Goddamn.
Bring it on. I'm excited.
And your winner!
And your winner!
And
your winner, and still movie Melee singles champion.
You are the greatest singles player to play this game that we've seen. There are players that have come, there's players that have won titles, there's players that defended, but what you've been able to accomplish is by far the best.
I said to Bar coming into this, we were talking before the match, I said, you have absolutely nothing to prove here. I said, you are already the greatest Warzone champion in the history of the game. What this does is cement your legacy.
I take 400 blows before I go to the club. Jimmy Jarmusch, Electronics.
He is a talk radio host. White boy.
He showed why he's the best to ever do it.
These pants are falling down. I need that belt. Please give it back. Please, please, please.
This was a wild and crazy year for everybody. As I said in my my last speech, I wasn't expecting this to be where I am right now. I don't know how it would have gone without the support of everyone here. I love you all. Thank you so much for voting for me, guys. This is great. Thank you.
There are people that like Andrew Barr a lot more that should have been here, but they couldn't be here. So I'm here to talk about him. I've ran the league since Barr came around, and I've called him, and he knows this is his respect, the anchor of Melee. And what most people like, that keeps the afloat. No, he grabs his opponents and drags them to the bottom of the ocean. If he's going to score only 15 points, his opponents are only going to score 14. Melee is such a hard division. There are so many people that are like 500 or over 500. Barr consistently defended the belt the most times. I mean, some would consider Boatman the greatest of all time, but he has 3 wins over Boatman. It's just crazy to see what he was able to do. The run that he went on, and basically beating Ryan and saying, "Hey, I've done what I was supposed to do," and cashed out. That just shows Barr truly just did it to have fun, and he's a person that will miss in Melee because he's always positive. But he's competitive, but he's positive into an aspect that is just you can't find in a guy. So, guy deserves it. Guy is the GOAT. He held the belt more than anybody, defended it more than anybody. No one can even get close to his that. Still couldn't get to the points record or he's played so many matches, but that's what I'm saying. He just couldn't just do it. But maybe he'll be back one day, maybe not. But if we're doing first person into the Hall of Fame for Melee singles, it's Barr. So no questions. So
Hi guys. This is legitimately such a great honor. I've definitely grown a lot through all these years, as you can see, with the terrible facial hair and the awful lighting and stuff like that. I've definitely grown as a person through this league, and this is just a really big honor that I'm so grateful for. Thank you to everyone at Multiplex. I really appreciate this. I need to thank everyone that I've been in a faction with ever. I need to thank Kirk for just being there for me since ground zero. Cody and Scott and Ethan as well, all for having managed me. Once again, I'm gonna have to thank Koho because I picked up a lot from him, and especially to Boatman, who I probably wouldn't be the player that I am if it wasn't for him pushing me. But also just thank you to everyone that I've not only played against but has watched my matches. This is I do this for fun. And I've had an absolute blast doing this. Can't wait to continue on in teams, and continue to have more fun with y'all. Thank you so much, guys.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You heard it here first.
That was great.
Absolutely. Good shit. We are rounded out to the. I probably added a half hour onto your night, Tim, so I apologize. But,
no, that's okay. That's all right. This is great.
We'll move to the next inductee, the last individual inductee into the Hall of Fame, into the Melee side of things. Let's check it out right now. If I click the wrong thing one more time.
Hey everybody, Brian the McGuffin Michaels here, making my debut here. Hopefully I can hold up my own.
And your winners, and the new team champions of Movie Warzone, Brian the McGuffin Michaels and Joseph the Algorithm Olivas, Wild Stallions.
Chicago.
2 points for Brian Michaels.
Was that Tilda Swinton?
Correct for 2 points.
Silence of the Lambs.
And your winner by way of knockout, it is the McGuffin, Brian Michaels.
And thank Brian. You're the one of the best.
I'm not really upset because Brian was really good.
Congrats to Brian and Joseph. They're a great team.
Here I am. Finally made it to the top. I consider it the top. I'm not the champion yet. I don't know if I will be, but I consider it an honor just to be here playing against Jeremy for the title. It was only about a year ago I started in this whole trivia community, clawed my way up to here now, but I'm not counting myself completely out. I've got a chance. Gonna hope and see what I can do. Good luck, Jeremy. It's an honor to play it.
Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce Brian, please welcome Joseph Olivas.
I had to stop Oppenheimer for this. Just so that I don't go off the rails. I have my speech up here, so nerves, let me shake them off a little bit. They say that age comes before beauty, but with that age comes knowledge, which covers wide areas of topics in trivia, and also having watched endless genres of movies for decades. Brian Michaels is a great trivia player in Melee for many reasons. For one, he knows how to put in the efforts to study and be as prepared as he could for whatever categories that he or we had to face. But he also had fun. When the studying got too much, he knew where he had to tone it all down because he just wants to enjoy watching the movies. This is movie trivia, so at least have fun doing what the trivia is about. I am very happy, Brian, to have been a team with you for all of our matches. Thank you for carrying me through all the times where I needed to be carried, filling in the knowledge gaps that I had, and I have a lot, for putting up with all of the chaos that I've sometimes brought about in the different matches that we've had. And I am very happy that they chose you to be in this Hall of Fame for Melee. And I can only hope to be as honest in my movie takes as you are, for better or worse, even if people hate me, but at least they won't say that I'm lying. Brian Michaels, Hall of Fame 2024, everyone.
I was brought here under false pretenses. Let me say that up front. I also don't like talking about myself. I'm a little shocked by this. I can think of several other people that should be on this before me, so I can only assume that this is like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where you like have to have
started 25 years earlier or something to be inducted. I'm old. We get it. It's the running joke, but it's true. Which I think is largely what helped me in this league, because I maybe had seen a ton of these movies in theaters and just through my life that a lot of people hadn't gotten to yet. But yeah, I've had a ton of fun playing trivia in Multiplex over the years. I'd say at singles, I don't think I think the singles title is the Multiplex singles title is the one that I never achieved. So, which makes me even more surprised that I'm here today. But teams is really, I think, where I was able to flourish, and that is largely due to my partner who just introduced me. Joseph, like he talked about how I carried him, but it really was just as much, if not more so, the other way, because that man is a machine. And he knew everything that I didn't and helped me carry me through. But thank you to Multiplex for giving me this award. Thank you to Joseph and Club Dread when I was a part of them, and everyone that has supported me and helped me study and all those kind of things. And I will just say in closing that everybody should do what I did. Play it while it's fun. When it stops being fun, stop playing. Just go watch the movies. Maybe you can come back someday. Maybe I'll come back someday. Who knows? Thank you.
I would like to say, before we move on from Brian, fucking legend. Joseph, that was a great speech. Brian, Cody and I were just talking behind the scenes that I gave Nick a lot of mad props earlier. Brian is still so crucial to the Multiplex family and the channel. He's a great addition to this, but the man edits so many event matches for us. He is so crucial to FanZone debate. You guys don't even know. Like, he's there for so many of the matches, but helps write the questions. Is honestly such a great, like, what's the word? Like, how Nick kind of looks at my ideas sometimes and is like, Tim, maybe calm down. Like, Brian, like, same thing, where he's like, I think we should do this instead. And I'm like, that makes sense. He's done that with questions, just with policy changes in the game and everything. Like, very crucial part of the Multiplex family. I think this is awesome. Thank you, Brian. And honestly, I think Joseph said it too. I love Brian's movie takes. Brian is one of those people that I have looked to like be just like way even more honest about how I feel about movies. Jurassic World Dominion, 4 stars. Brian, you did it. I love it.
Absolutely, Tim. Couldn't have said it better. I will only add that I had a feeling Brian's reaction would be similar to how it was. And I will just say that while there's no definitive out, like this is what you do to get into the Hall of Fame, I'll say that it's not just about the championships you won or didn't win. I'd say it's more about the impact you had on the game while you were playing. And I think it's impossible to deny that Brian had an amazing impact. So, and I also confirmed, he said it, he's coming back.
Yes, I heard that. That's what I heard.
But yes, we will move on to the final Hall of Fame award, and then we'll get back to the regular awards. As I said, 2 singles and 1 team for Fandom and Melee, which means we got to get to the team. And here it is.
Michael, let's do this. Let's do this.
I am so high, I can hear heaven. I'm so high, I can hear and your winner by way of knockout. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. And your winner. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagle. Watch it go fly away.
And honestly, I'm a little emotional. As stupid as this sounds for an online movie trivia game where we have belts, fictional fake belts, well, I now have a fucking belt and I'm fucking so happy right now. This is my belt and I'm happy to finally earn it, and it's just, we didn't luck our way into this, we played the better game. That's how we did this.
And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait.
when we came up with this idea, Twohig drove this entire idea, and he asked me for Melee, and I was like, "There's one team, it's the Concept. I will never say your full name. It's the Concept. It's a team that when Michael finally said, "Yeah, let's join, let's do this, let's run it," and the team just works so well together. The chaotic of Jake Marangoni and the balance of Michael Campbell just worked, where like Jake talking, like claiming the knockout round earlier than it was supposed to in that one title match. Michael just trying to get it together. They're the greatest Melee team I ever had to manage. They're still up there as my favorite team. They worked so well and had so much fun on call and doing it. And every player that they ever had to play in a title match had to watch Spider-Man. So it's honestly, they gave everybody a gift, and you should be thankful for them. So, and I don't know if Jake has a bottle next to him, but if he comes up on the screen, there's a chance that he may chug something. But
isn't it like 8 a.m. for him?
It doesn't matter. Jake does Jake. So congrats, you two. You guys are literally one of the founding the blocks that built this league, and you guys deserve it.
Wow, that's done so much for my ego. That montage. Full disclaimer, just before this, when we sort of had the idea that we were going to be on when we got the StreamYard link, I said to Michael, I messaged him saying, $100, they're going to use Danny Elfman's Spider-Man music in the montage. I was close.
So I just want $100, baby. Let's fucking go.
Oh, you're going to gamble it away tomorrow anyway.
Tonight.
Tonight, yeah. So yeah, we also we weren't aware this was going to happen. We thought it was going to be something else. I don't know how we should start this. I would like to just first off, and I'm never going to thank this man ever again, but Henry, if it wasn't for your stupidity, this team would not have happened, because I think it was just one of them. Either you or someone just suggested, hey, now that we both don't have teams, let's do it. And we just
well, in the age of like origin stories, like so basically that's how we came together. Like it was you guys. I was sort of looking for a teammate, almost teamed up. I don't know if people know this, almost teamed up with Corey Quinto at one point, just because I was so desperate. I'm like,
would have been great,
and he's decent, but so it didn't happen. And then that whole situation went down, and we were in the chat and then we were just like, well, like shit, like should we do it? And then I think Bowman was in that chat and was like, you got this would be good and all that shit, and then we're like, fuck it, like let's do it. And then that's how we became an official team.
How it happens. I would like to thank Nick and Tim and Cody. There was a point where like full on 2020, we all had that one group chat where we just talk about just all the shit going on and
just how good we are, basically.
It was we were like, I like to think we were the Elite Four and Cody was the champion in the Pokemon League. He was the one controlling us. I think Cody also just like before matches, leading up to matches, just getting us ready, strategizing, and all that stuff that we love, that we absolutely love doing. I do want to shout out Paul, who outside of was just someone who helped us along the way and didn't take any credit. I think we should give him credit because he definitely was a huge proponent for us.
Study sessions like really help, like just sort of with strengths and stuff like that. Just off back on like hopping off your point, I also want to thank Cody because like more than anything, like Cody for me was just like I was able to just like voice all these like thoughts just onto him, and it was just good to just sort of like release it out before a match, so I appreciate Cody, and also Cody always had our back. He would always, if there was anything slightly controversial, but like at players, like you don't want to like totally get in trouble and stuff, but like Cody didn't give a fuck, so he would always go to the mat for you, go to the mattresses, and like sort of take the brunt of that criticism, and I really appreciate that. So thanks, Cody. And anything else?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I mean, we played 2 years pretty much from like mid 2019 to mid 2021. Won a tournament, won the belt, lost the belt, won it again, defended it 3 times. It's really cool. I definitely 4 years ago had this idea of like where I'd like to be champ. That'd be cool. And then just the way it sort of happens, you could never have predicted it. We played great teams. We had ups and downs. We had moments. One moment I will just shout out. I'll be very quick. One moment I'll shout out is when we played Stallions the first time. There was a moment in round 4 where I knew what the guy was. It was the cabaret question. And I just think that really is just a microcosm of the way we sort of played, how we worked well as a team. Where I'm like, it's the guy from Austin Powers, Michael something, and you go, let's use repeat right away, Michael York, and then we got the 2 points for that. I just think that we have really good moments like that, and I think also another one. Sorry, just came off it. This came up to me when we played Clash the second time, that title match, when we had no repeats going into round 5, or at least going into last question. Just shit like that, where if it was
that's literally like do or die, like no repeats. You got 15 seconds, you either have it or you don't, and you came up with the answers, and that was on you. It's a good shit.
You carried us through round 1 most of the times, but we have great moments. But Cody did sort of allude on. I do.
I just want to say, speaking of great moments, so that's one of them. Let's go, and then of course Cody did mention it, but
no.
Can't hear that. You guys can't hear it, but because it's connected to my headphones. But that is the moment, and I'm like, no. I legit thought we were about to like crash and burn there and lose. If anyone wants that video, let me know. I'll send it to you. It's a classic. I just want to say something because I also, again, like I didn't know this is happening. I feel like we're going on really long, but thank you to Nick for making this happen. Thank you to Tim for also making this happen. I don't want to thank you for making this happen. Thank you to everyone for watching the matches. Obviously, thank you to all the writers. Thank you to all the editors for editing any match that we appeared in. Like, it's a bit of a thankless job at times. So and I always really appreciate that because you could be doing literally anything else in the world, but you're editing a screen with my face on it, and I really appreciate that.
We apologize, is what we're saying, for seeing our faces so many times.
Like I said, thanks to Paul for helping us. Thanks to John Humphrey for coming up with our team name way back in the day. Thanks to all the faction members of the. I wish I had a better outline structure of this. It'd be much more like. Thanks for the team.
This guy, half of it for me to getting to this point, and on our title matches and shit. I thank you, Michael. You're the best. I will never forget watching Decision to Leave with you when we hang out.
Yeah, that's where that picture was from. Also, thanks to Jake. I sort of, this is going to sound weird, but I sort of forgot to thank you until you mentioned it. So, I flew over to Perth. You flew over here. Like, that's crazy. Like, we just met where it's the Trivia team. Like, that's crazy. Things can happen. I really appreciate this. This is awesome. Thank you.
We should probably stop now before we keep going.
I mean, I feel like we've gone on. I just thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Great job, guys. Love having you. Don't go too far because the reason I actually asked you to be here, you're also going to do that. So, okay.
I would like to say that a couple things. One, Cody taking criticism in Multiplex, shocker. Secondly, it wouldn't be a Jake Marangoni acceptance speech if he didn't talk for 7 minutes. So I appreciated it personally.
Absolutely.
I appreciated it. Nick, you're in control, man. What are we doing?
That concludes our Hall of Fame. That was a huge weight. I've been keeping secrets and telling people to come to places without telling them why, and making things and only sharing them with Cody. So that was the culmination of all that. It feels very good. I am still holding one more up the sleeve, but we're going to wait till the end of the show for that. For now, we're going to move back into the normal swing of things. So we'll move on to the next award, the official award for tonight. That award is Melee Team of the Year, and who better to announce the winners than the Hall of Fame team, The Concept.
We didn't do that yet?
Melee Team?
Okay,
we
great.
did Melee Rookie Team.
Oh, let's do it. Melee Team. Concept is introducing.
So we're here. nothing happened 5 minutes ago. Yeah, so I don't know. We just there are great teams that played last year. I was just happened to be in one of those teams. But that's a thing.
A lot of great teams played, yeah, but there can only be a certain number of nominees. If you're watching this and you didn't guess by now, we're kind of winging it because sort of is a graphic going to come up, or is he?
That's really helpful. Thank you.
And
Thank
we'll
you.
go to the nominees.
Here are the nominees for Best Melee Team of the Year. And the nominees are Back to Formula, Bring Out Your Dead, Ginyu Force, Judgment City, and Your Milwaukee Beers. Look at those lovely, lovely names and those photos of people. And you want to do the honors?
Yeah, sure. And the Melee, that's the official name of the award, the Multiplexy, goes to Judgment City.
Judgment City makes sense.
Let's go.
Undefeated,
Let's go.
won the belts, defended it twice. Makes sense.
Yeah, no, I said earlier
done.
that this last year was very much a battle of rookie teams. Like Ginyu Force found a way in there, but fantastic stuff. 6-0, crazy. Do you guys think they'll catch your record, catch your whatever?
Well, we've got multiple records, so which one are you talking about?
The third one.
I'm sorry.
It's possible. I hope they do. It's
no, you don't.
Tim, any luck?
One person is here that I was told will now accept things on this team's behalf because Kaleb Koho is a failure. So
great.
Hi. For the record, Boatman didn't realize that he was not going to be back on time, and so after he realized that the awards were happening, he was like, "Hey, can someone accept for me?" And accept on behalf. So yeah, I am here to accept the award on behalf of Judgment City as their manager. Yeah, these guys played insane this year. Like, as much as they went 3-0 immediately, cashed in the contender match that Jeremy had, and then played Ginyu Force in two of, I think, the greatest Melee teams title matches we have ever seen. I think these guys absolutely crushed it, played dominant, incredible performances on their behalf. Jeremy coming back, joining a team, playing fantastic. Boatman still playing at the absolute top of his game. And like playing against great teams, playing against Ginyu Force, who seemed nigh unstoppable for the longest amount of time, playing against Waterloo at one point in what was probably Waterloo Here We Go Again's greatest match that they've ever had. Playing against just a lot of great teams, having a great season. Currently the champions, coming back next year, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, on behalf of Judgment City, thank you to everyone who sent their votes their way. They'll be back next year. Gonna kill it.
all right, good shit.
Murder.
So we're moving on to the next one, which I would assume is FANDOM.
Yeah, me and you can do that because we were a FANDOM team once.
Oh, sure. Oh, I get. Oh, that's cute. I get it.
Because like, of the
so
thing.
before when you were like, we'll do this together, and I was like, why would we do it together? Okay. All right, FANDOM Team of the Year. Let's do it, Nick. Nominees are.
You read them.
Okay. Duel of the Fates. Oh, it's like they're together. Galacti's Nuts. Rule of Two. Wookiee Mistake. Young Justice. Those are some good fucking teams right there. Nick, who is the winner?
Yeah, I will say when I edited the pictures of Brittany and Tyler together, it very much looked like they took that picture in person. But fitting because the winner of FANDOM Team of the Year is Duel of the Fates. Brittany and Tyler having a crazy year, killer year. Almost won them the entirety of the year, but I think they hit a point where it really didn't matter what happened. They weren't losing this award. They won the belt. They defended the belt, I think, at least 3 times. They did 3 times because they earned their automatic rematch, which we will see in 2024. Incredible stuff. I think both of them won the singles belt throughout the year individually, and then as a team, they absolutely dominated. Tim, thoughts on Duel of the Fates?
Fantastic team. From the get-go, loved this team. I think that we talked about it earlier with manager of the year, that like getting a new manager and finding success with that manager is important and is a good thing. I think Cody did a lot to help this team, but at the end of the day, you still need to have the talent. And Tyler and Brittany both showed by winning singles belts themselves and winning champion belts, teams belts, it insanity. And they're both here to accept. So let's bring them in. Tyler and Brittany, take it away.
Hey, you're
Hey.
true to be, I guess you're a psychic now because you predicted this a year ago, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't predict how it was going to go down, but I predicted we'd be here.
Yeah, no. So yeah, this last year was pretty awesome. Not only winning the belts, but defending 3 times, and just watching like how we grew as a team was really cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed this year. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, last year was fun, but this year we just took it to the next level.
Yeah.
Enjoyed every second of it. Even the ending, you know, it's never good to win, or it's never good to lose. It's always good to win. But it's never good to lose, but just to be able to be a part of Wookiee's story like that. And see them, in the farewell, I think is still a touching moment.
Yeah.
Just a year of highlights and getting to see you play, getting to play with you, and our communication and everything we talked about. Just spectacular. And I think it's just going to get better. I mean, I don't think now, we don't have to worry about awards or belts or anything like that. We're just going to have fun. We're going to hang out, and we're still going to win because we love winning, but it's not, we don't have as much to prove anymore.
Yeah. I mean, us and Cody, we do want to get the belts back. Let's not that. We do have a goal here. We have a goal here.
Yeah.
But after that, yeah, we'll have fun. And I do think next year is going to be a fun time, especially with all the new movies coming in. Jurassic Park, you're really excited for. So no, I think next year is going to be a lot of fun.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Awesome.
They're just the most wholesome people that I've ever met. But anyway.
Wasn't that you?
What?
Sorry.
Yeah. Very,
yeah. Okay.
I just changed real quick so that I could get back into hosting.
Into hosting mode, absolutely. All right. So next, the teams are out of the way.
Indeed.
We're moving on to players, right, Nick?
Yeah, we'll start with the FANZONE Player of the Year, and I think it'd only be fitting if the only member of the FANZONE Hall of Fame announced
you're sweet.
That.
Okay, so let's talk about FANZONE Player of the Year. The nominees are Jacoby Bancroft, Caleb Boatman, Cameron Holtzman, Nazario Montenegro, Cody Newberry. Not the dog, but Cody Newberry. The winner is... Shocker! It was Cody Newberry. So let's see if we can get him on the line.
Oh, I'll go away.
Yeah, thanks. I had fun. I hope to win more, and thanks for all the people I beat. I really wanted somebody else to win this award, to be honest with you, because I thought it'd be hilarious. I wanted Nazario to win it, and I'd be like, what? I don't care. I love Nick loves the awards, but thanks for people that are voting for me, and I hope to keep winning.
Great.
What a speech.
Oh, cool.
Deserved.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, let's move on to the next award. I believe it is Melee Player of the Year. And for that, I think we should have Hall of Fame member Brian Michaels announce the nominees.
Well, hey, I don't have any nominees, so I'm not sure who I'm reading, but I will take this time to say 3 things. 1, I never played in Melee, so I don't know why I was Melee Player of the Year. Just say. 2, I forgot how cringy my old promos and interviews were. And 3, I just want to take a moment to say to the concept, congratulations, you guys deserved it. When they first brought me on, I thought, why am I here? I'm clearly not going to be singles Hall of Fame, so it must be for teams with just all of us. But the concept exists, so I knew that couldn't be true. So there you have it. I'm done vamping. Where's my list of nominees? Melee Player of the Year. Your nominees are Jeremy Adams, Kaleb Boatman, Payson Johnson, David Nishimoto, and Dylan Van Thine. And your winner is Kaleb Boatman.
Yeah, good shit. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. It's really hard to coordinate when and bringing people without telling them what to be doing. So I appreciate everyone's ability to roll with it. But Boatman wins. I believe he went 3-0. Won a contender match, won the title, defended the title against 3 people at once. And not to mention he went undefeated in teams and held that belt as well. I think a deserving winner of this award. Tim, do we have anyone?
Someone has seen it. Whether or not that person shows up is yet to be seen.
Up for debate.
Up for debate, yes. But Brian's sweet.
Yeah,
you want to get his opinion on this because he didn't watch any of the matches. So maybe
he's taking
he's like hell no. Brian, we could. Oh, he's gone. I was gonna say we could talk about the whole Satan's Alley incident if you wanted to talk about that.
Good lord.
Koho has seen the message.
Hey,
he's not here. There he is. This fucker. Okay.
We made it. we ran all the way here. So on behalf of Boat, I will accept this for him. He would want to, if Boat were here, he'd make some sappy, diatribic, a lot of talking with hands speech about how much he loved playing and loved the game. What I'm going to do for him is to adequately sum it up as saying Kaleb Boatman is one of the best to ever play the game, if not arguably the best. I've never seen anyone who cared more about it than him. And the effort and dedication he has to being the best player he can and to help his friends succeed, and like just being such an all-around great player and a great guy. This is a great moment for him. He's going to miss it. I'm certain of it. And we will miss him. So congrats, Boat. I'm glad I could accept this for you. You deserve it.
Sorry, Brian. He said don't ever bring that up again. All right. So I think that means we're moving on to something. No, we did that. No, we didn't.
We didn't
Fandom
do
Player of the Year.
we didn't do.
I'm talking about Fandom Player of the Year.
Because you're the Hall of Famer.
You fucker. Okay. Fandom you're so sweet. Fandom Player of the Year. This is a big one. Let's get into it. The nominees are Tyler Birch, Abel DeLeu, Joe Farrelly, Rue Moses, Brittany Tapley. Those are your nominees, all having incredible seasons. It was an honor to watch them play, but only one can win, and the winner is Miss Brittany Tapley. Very deserving, very deserving. I will send her that link right now. Nick, what are your thoughts?
Crazy shit. I think this is probably the first time in a while. Both Melee and Fandom had 3 nominees who all held the belt at one point. That's crazy. David, Dylan, Bowman, and then Brittany, Abel, Tyler. Like crazy stuff. Brittany definitely needed to earn this. She became the first ever 2-time singles champion, and she did it all within 1 year. She won the belt the non-traditional way by winning last one standing, and then won it the traditional way by beating the Murderer's Row to winning the belt back. She's here. Let's pass it on.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, I want to thank everyone who voted for me. Even though this year it did have a couple down moments, don't get me wrong, it went way better than I could ever expect it. Winning the belt 3 times, once in teams, and then, like Nick said, twice in singles, and in 2 very different ways, which was really cool. And then on top of that, for me, highlights were having 2 perfect matches, and then also accomplishing the highest accuracy in Fandom, which whenever I looked at the stats that Nick would post every year, that was the one I always thought I could get. So I was really excited when I heard I was on top of highest accuracy. So that was really cool. And I just quickly want to thank David and Joe. Last year I guess the year before last, they taught me a lot, and Tyler too. And I just want to thank them for that. And then on top of that, Joe, you can't, he's just the best rival you could ask for. And I had to say for him 3 times. So I think a big reason I won this was because I had to prep for Joe. And then on top of that, I want to thank Cody and Tyler for being in my corner all year. And I think me losing the belt actually got us a lot closer together, and prepping Tyler. And when he won was like a really huge moment for the 3 of us. And then you've never seen him before, but my fiance, Ryan, I want to thank him. He's had to watch a lot of these movies for me. And as you know, in fandom, they're not always the greatest. And on top of that, having to recover from concussion, like I've said, he's helped me so much with that. So I just want to thank him. And then I just also want to thank everyone at Multiplex. Nick and Tim, you guys are freaking amazing, not only for writing and editing all the matches, but just the time you guys put into filming the matches. Like, that's a lot too. And just, you guys are the best. And I'm going to try my best to make 2024 somewhat on the same levels next year. We'll see. There's a lot of new movies coming for next year, but I am pumped for next year. So yeah, hopefully I can make it happen. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Thank you, Brittany. Absolutely. It's players like Brittany who make this league worth something. Brittany, Joe, like, this would be kind of lame if it was just like people being like, I forget who plays Thor, but maybe I'll win. Like, I don't know. But we have people like that. It's absolutely insane. So absolutely deserving. Tim, quick thoughts.
Yeah, Maggie just came downstairs and said, is this still fucking going on? So Cody's explaining the Hall of Fame to her.
Right.
This is going to be the time that I take to announce that Bucky is actually entering the league next season. So Bucky is entering fandom. He's going to give Brittany a run for her money. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Jaws 3D, Bucky. But no, Brittany absolutely deserved. This is nuts season. It was great.
Absolutely. Tim, we have 1 award left.
But you said you have one more thing up your sleeve.
It's gonna be after that.
Okay.
We're going to get ready for the last award. It's Multiplex Player of the Year. Overall Multiplex Player of the Year. Who is that shining star that emerged this year? In order to do that, we're going to bring in a shining star, former 2-time Multiplex Player of the Year winner, Mr. Jake Meltzer. Jake, thank you for being here. I'm going to get the nominee video ready for you whenever you're ready.
Thanks. Yeah. Honored to be asked to be here for this. This is, I mean, it was an honor to win this award once, let alone twice. So whoever succeeds me, more than deserved, because this was not easy to win either time. So congrats to whoever it is. And now I'm going to read your names off. So the nominees for Multiplex Player of the Year: Kaleb Boatman, Tyler Birch, Robert Kastner, Cameron Holtzman, Amaru Moses, David Nishimoto, Brittany Tapley, Dylan Van Thine. And those are your nominees for Multiplex Player of the Year.
And then
can I say the thing that you guys always get to say?
Yeah. No, you give us an "and your winner" whenever you're ready.
Yeah. And your winner, my guy, Bobby C. Player of the Year. Wow.
Bobby C.
Bobby C. Robert Kastner.
Yeah, that's what we call him.
Robert
DMC,
Kastner.
call him Bobby C. Robert Kastner.
Yes, I don't know if he's available. I don't know if he's available, Tim. We sent him the link.
So earlier he was putting his kid to bed. So we'll see.
Cool.
I can message him. You can message him.
I did message him, but go ahead, Jake, because I'd love to get his thoughts. Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. Like, a lot of people have very good years in individual leagues, whether it was Brittany in Fandom, Boatman in Melee. Kastner played insane overall. He had, I think I totaled it up once I found out he won behind the scenes. He had 19 wins across the 5 divisions, which was like 7 more than the next closest person. He challenged for the Fandom belt, challenged for the Fandom teams belt, challenged for the Melee singles belt. Overall, just an insane year. I think he might be a little surprised to find out that he won this, but when you take a step back and look at what he did over the course of the year, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm not surprised either, because I know as somebody who's won this award that it was because of the success in both Melee and Fandom. And all the nominees had amazing years in at least one division or the other, but to play for titles in both is really impressive. And particularly Robert, as somebody who thinks of himself very much as a Fandom player. And it's not that he doesn't try in Melee, he does, but that's always was the division that was kind of the second one for him. But I think this year he was really frustrated because the last year he had a lot. I think he had lost 4 in a row or something. He'd gotten pretty frustrated with how things were going in Melee. And so I think he did try to devote a little more to it, and which all of this is amazing considering this is his first full year with a child.
Yeah,
I want to bring that up as well.
True. That's true.
So to do all of this like while raising a newborn, I think is frankly incredible. I could not do it. I mean, I had to step away from playing, and I don't have a kid because I thought I was too busy. So
as someone with a newborn, I can say, like, I don't know how he does it. Like, he consistently comes in and performs, like you said, Jake, not only in Fandom but in Melee, which you even said that he considers the second thing, but also he played well in debate too. he came and played well in debate too, and had great debate matches. Like, the dude just puts so much work into everything he does. It's awesome to see. I love it.
I'll just say I have not seen anything from him in terms of, like, I told him to get in here. He might, with how hard taking care of a newborn is, he might be asleep for an hour.
I can imagine if the baby's asleep, he's probably asleep.
Yeah, Robert, if you do see this, and Jake, I'll let him know, but you let him know as well. Like, Robert, if you're not able to make it, obviously, record a video as soon as you're able to. We will post it onto the Facebook page, so go ahead and do that. So everybody, keep a lookout for that, because I would love to hear what Robert has to say. I think that would be important. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I just one last thing is who was somebody who was his Fandom teams partner for 2 years. I know how hard he works at this, like how much he puts into it, how much went into us getting to the heights that we did in Fandom teams, and it would not, like, I couldn't have asked for a better partner in Fandom. He made me look good in Fandom, so that's an accomplishment in and of itself, but couldn't happen to someone more deserving. And that's my piece. Congrats, Robert, whenever you see this.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Robert. Jake, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I think it made it all the more special that it was you that announced it, even if Robert couldn't be here. But yeah, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that Jake got to be here for that was really sweet. It would have been kind of awkward if, like, Brittany won and then Jake had to be like, Brittany, which is great. But no, that was sweet. I loved it. It was awesome.
Absolutely. So, Tim, that brings us to the end of the evening. Just about. I did say I had one more thing up my sleeve, and it's pertaining to the Hall of Fame. It's pertaining to the awards. It's pertaining to Multiplex in general. You see, Tim, over the break, I was very bored. I get very lonely when we don't hang out as much, and I pick up new things.
Blame Ellie.
Sorry, Ellie. Or Ellie, boo you. Bucky forever. I picked up video editing. I thought that'd be fun. Another thing another little hobby I picked up was web design. So as of right now, I hit publish about 10 seconds ago. You can absolutely go to multiplexentertainment.com. Multiplexentertainment.com is your one-stop shop for everything Multiplex Entertainment. You can look at Fandom fights, movie Melee, FanZone. All the awards from tonight are under the Multiplex Awards tab. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see the home for the official Multiplex Hall of Fame. So go there. Tim's there. Scully's there. Everybody's there. If you want to check it out, please do so. It's got all their stats, all their records, all their accomplishments, everything under the sun. The fandom, the Melee tabs have records, have the upcoming schedules, they have past matches, everything. I was very, very bored.
Did you watch Oppenheimer?
I got like 2/3 of the way through it. Thought it was kind of boring. Not gonna lie.
Oh my god! This is awesome.
Thank you, Tim. You can go to this right now. Explore. I already cleared this with Cody. Tim, I'm going to clear it with you right now. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock EST, I will be going live. Tim, you're welcome to join me if you're free, but I will be going live to run through the website, show you all the cool things that are there. There's a blog. We have a blog now. It's called the Multi-Blog. I don't know. No, Tim didn't know that. I don't know if Cody knew that. Yeah. Cody thought that was fun. We're going to be looking for people to contribute. There's a couple articles up there. I got bored, wrote a couple articles. They're on the blog right now. If you scroll down and go to the left from Fan to Fights, there's the Multi-Blog. You can go check it out. There's a ton of articles. There's 3 articles there already.
God, yes. Oh, I love it. Top 10 greatest all-around multiplex what?
Players of all time.
5 best and worst multiplex team names. I fucking love that.
So yes, please go check that out. Fiddle around with it. Tomorrow, I'll be going through each section to show you what's there. I haven't been posting stats like I usually do every year. Sometimes I'll get bored and I'll post the stats on the Facebook group. That's because they all live here now. If you're looking for who holds records, who does that, it's going to be here. Upcoming schedules are going to be posted here. Updated rankings are going to be posted here all throughout. Tim is very overwhelmed. I told him none of this. How could I? Then he'd be like, let me see it. And I'd have to be like, but Tim, there's a thing that I'm trying to keep secret from you at the bottom. So
Anna needs to lock you down like right now. Like, man alive. Buy some cuffs. All right.
So yeah, please go check it out. Multiplexentertainment.com.
Can we post this link in the Facebook page right now, Nick?
We can do that. Yeah.
Let's do that. I love that. And I will add this link to the descriptions of every multiplex video going forward for the season. Let's fucking roll. I love it.
And yeah, like I said, tomorrow, 8 EST, I'm going to go live. Q&A. We'll run through the website, what's there, what you can look at. And yeah, should be fun. So my sleeves are empty. I think this was a great night, great awards show. Thank you to everyone for being a part of it. Congratulations to all the winners. Tim, some final, put a bow on it. Why don't you?
As you say, this was awesome. I got my award back there. I'm very excited. Thought I was done winning shit. That was awesome. Thank you for surprising me. That was very sweet. You're all so sweet. Everybody who won shit, you guys are awesome. You guys make this awesome. I'm excited to hear words from from Robert. I saw Kaiser's name down at the bottom. I'm excited to hear from Robert about his multiplex player of the year win. I think that's dope. Everything was awesome. That was great. Thank you, Nick.
Everything is awesome. Have a good night, everyone.